In the Toy Box, Curse of the Monster Toys.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another very spooky episode of In the Toy Box. This is the third installment of Monster Toys, The Curse of the Monster Toys. I'm Kevin, and I'm here with...
Matt.
That's right. What are we talking about, Matt?
Today, we're going to begin with Mego toys, specifically Mego Monster Toys.
That's right.
And when they started putting out the Monster Toys, they began with the Universal Monsters, with Frankenstein, I believe, and Dracula as the 8-inch figures.
Right.
And then from there, they moved on to different variations, different monster movies. Hammer is actually one of them, which you don't really see too many toys based on Hammer films.
Right.
So we actually have the Christopher Lee Dracula, we have the Christopher Lee Mummy, the Christopher Lee Frankenstein, and we have one Peter Cushing.
That's right.
Van Helsing. So.
And they look a lot like them.
They do.
They actually did such a good job with those sculpts. The horror line that Mego has put out, to me, is some of the best toys they've done so far.
Yep.
You know, you have an excellent window-style boxing, and these are 8-inch cloth figures. The costumes are excellent. And then they also did something recently where they released a line that was in the retro box style.
Yes.
So you have some older films like The Reptile, and you have The Mole People, and they did The Invisible Man, which I have in front of me, and they also did some current ones, like they have It from the newest It movie. This scene, he's actually got like a crackled face because he might catch fire, I forget. But they also did like some cult classics, like you have The Toxic Avenger.
Right.
And I just love the classic box style. I really hope they do more like that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when we talk about the box, the window box versus the card, any collector knows that the window box, you can take the figure out and put them back and
Right.
not worry about destroying the package.
Huge plus.
Mego also incorporated Young Frankenstein, which is, the comedy.
Right.
And we don't want to forget either that they did put out a limited edition of 14-inch figures where we have Frankenstein in front of us.
Right.
And behind us we have Dracula and the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Correct.
And hopefully they'll produce more of those too, because I just love the 14-inch figures.
Yes, I do like them too.
Yeah.
The horror line that they've been putting out, like I said, is so impressive. Especially, they've been doing those 2-packs, which is like a special thing that comes with a coin as well, a collectible coin in it. I don't know why Marty Abrams does these little extra things, but it is kind of fun to see, okay, I can get a 2-pack of these things.
Right.
And with the Young Frankenstein set, it's really neat to have the monster and Dr. von Frankenstein, or Frankenstein, in their suits, because at the end they do a little dance number, and it's well represented in that 2-pack. Yeah. They've done so much. Like you said, they've got the classic monsters, they've got new monsters you really may have never seen. You go, what is this? Like the Hammer Plague of the Zombies? I'd never heard of that. Saw the action figure, I'm like, I need this, and now I need to see this movie.
That's right. So back to the coin, like what's on the coin? Like
it has the Mego logo, which is like that MC.
Okay.
So Mego Corporation. I'm not sure if there's anything on the back. I haven't opened the 2-pack to see.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting.
Yeah.
He likes to do stuff like that. I mean, they used to do you can see on some of the older ones, like the Dracula, I believe at least, some of them have this little like emblem on them, and it was numbered.
Right.
It would say like so many of this was made, which is neat too if you're a collector. You have a limited piece.
Yeah.
So yeah, it adds to the collectability of it all.
Yes. Yeah. Mego. It's a great company and producing more and more, and we hope they do produce more and more.
I hope so. Two of the most notorious names in the horror movie universe are Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. With well over a dozen movies collectively, each eerie icon has had many different looks. In Friday the 13th Part 1, you get a glimpse of Jason as a young boy who jumps out of the lake at the very end of the movie, where he reportedly drowned. In Part 2, Jason is alive, well, and now fully grown. Wearing jean overalls and a burlap sack over his head, this primitive look serves up scares, especially when we get a peek at Jason's face. Part 3 showcases Jason's most popular form, and what every movie after does a different variation of, consisting of a drab button-up shirt, distressed pants and boots, and of course the ever-popular and unique hockey mask decorated with red chevrons. This mask was lifted off an unfortunate victim. Part 4's Jason is a little more gruesome, with a more gnarled face and weathered mask. He takes some battle damage to his head and hand, which leads us to believe this is the final chapter. Part 5 reveals a blue coveralled creep, whose hockey mask now sports blue chevrons. The identity of the madman is Roy Burns, a Voorhees imposter. But Jason returns in Part 6, more undead looking than ever. Yellow gloves and a utility belt are new additions, and his mask only has a single red chevron. In Part 8, when Jason takes Manhattan, his appearance is waterlogged, and all chevrons are back, but somewhat rearranged. A Nightmare on Elm Street boasts different looks of Freddy Krueger as well. In the original Nightmare, the man of our dreams wears a red and green striped sweater with solid red sleeves. Let's not forget a hand-forged glove that sports 4 sharp knives. In Part 2, we get the most celebrated look, with a fully striped sweater. This chapter shows Freddy leaving the dream world and enter reality, where his claws grow straight from his hand. Freddy remains mostly the same throughout the sequels, with minor glimpses of costume changes. That is, until A New Nightmare. This 7th entry shows a leather boot and pant-clad Krueger, who sports a trench coat. His face and hand are reimagined as well. These titans of terror clash in the aptly named Freddy vs. Jason. This movie's finale has a larger-than-life Voorhees battling it out against a demonic-looking Krueger. Whether it's in your dreams or at a cursed campground, be sure to keep one eye open for these two classic anti-heroes of horror, Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees.
Hello?
Do you like scary toys?
Who is this?
The Phantom of the Opera, starring Lon Chaney in 1925 as Eric, a tormented and talented organist who falls in love with an opera singer. Wearing a mask, he keeps her hidden in caverns below the opera house. The film is most famous for the great reveal, the removal of his mask. Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi in 1931, as a vampire who seeks the blood of the living in Transylvania. Vampires must stay hidden in their coffins during the day to avoid sunlight. But at night, beware. Frankenstein, first a novel by Mary Shelley in 1818, and then a film in 1931 starring Boris Karloff as the Frankenstein monster, who is brought to life by Dr. Henry Frankenstein. Assembled with parts from dead bodies and a damaged brain, the monster is brought to life by an electrical storm. The Invisible Man was created by H.G. Wells. The film in 1933, starring Claude Rains, covered with bandages, because without them, he is totally invisible.
The Mummy in 1932, starring Boris Karloff as Imhotep, an Egyptian priest who steals a sacred scroll which he believes will bring back his true love to life. Unfortunately, he is caught in the act, and he is punished by being wrapped entirely in bandages and buried alive with the scroll. Many years later, archaeologists discover the mummy's tomb, and by reading the scroll, the mummy returns to life. The Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr. as Lawrence Talbot, made its film debut in 1941. Bella, portrayed by Bela Lugosi, is a gypsy and also a werewolf who attacks and bites Talbot, transforming him into the Wolfman.
In front of us, we have Halloween toys for Halloween.
So convenient. Yes, we have toys from Mezco, which is right in front of you. That is a 6-inch figure,
Right.
fully clothed. Comes with plenty of accessories, superposable, and really good for like diorama, shooting like, photos with a diorama, something like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And then we have some NECA stuff.
NECA, we have, this is NECA,
Yep.
Michael Myers.
Yep.
What's the difference between these two here?
So this is Michael Myers from Halloween Part 2.
Okay.
And we also have the Laurie Strode and the
Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
It's all from like that hospital scene towards the end. And Michael Myers actually has another mask in here that has bleeding eyes because there's some unfortunate accident that happens,
Right.
which is really cool. And then the one that's right to the right or to the viewer's left is from the requel, which is kind of like the newest Halloween. So he's got that kind of corroded, old-looking mask.
Yeah.
And NECA does a great job.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some weight on him, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's older, so, I'm getting older. I'm getting some weight on me, I know. Yeah, I like them. These cloth figures are great. They're 8 inches. They pose quite good.
Yep.
And you get some good characters. Like you said, you get the Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode, which is nice to have in your collection, I feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
Expand on the characters, yeah.
Yeah. We actually have the small line in front of us, too, from Fright Rags. They put out these little, I guess they look like almost like toy.
Molded plastic figures.
Yeah, like you could use
yeah.
in like a game or something like that.
Right.
And I just thought they were really neat. They have black and orange as the colors, and you get like a Michael as a kid, you get Laurie Strode, you get the 2 other girls that were in the film, the house, and I'm hopefully gonna paint them and I don't know, just have these little miniatures around because I'm a big fan of the movies. So.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I know.
And then we have a nice selection of 12-inch, the 1/6 scale figures
Right.
of Michael Myers. The first one in front of us we have is by Sideshow Toys.
Correct.
And he is probably the best representation in terms of the face, the uniform, and I'm sure he comes with a lot of accessories.
He does, yes.
He's got the stone, the
Headstone.
The headstone
Yep.
of the
Of his Judith Myers? Is it his sister?
yeah,
Is his
yes,
sister?
sister. Right?
Okay.
And then you got like the
Who
light
should
up
know?
the light up pumpkins and everything.
Yep, light up pumpkin. He has the
So-
Ghost Bob thing as well. And it comes with all that. Sideshow just includes all that stuff, which is so awesome.
Right.
And then for the other 12-inch figures, we have Trick or Treat Studios. So you have the original Michael Myers.
Which is
Yep,
this one.
right there.
Okay.
I did buy an accessory set for that, and that comes with the Ghost Bob head and the glasses, which we have on him.
Cool.
So we'll show you the original head sculpt as well. But yeah, these figures are really neat. They don't come with a bunch of accessories, but you do get every version
Right.
of Michael Myers. You have the original movie, you have Part 4, The Return, you have Part 5, The Revenge, and now they made Michael Myers from the 2018 Halloween.
Right.
And what's cool about them is the different head sculpts. You want to see the different masks, the different jumpsuits.
Right.
And then the boxes have excellent artwork from each poster from the movie. And then the back of the box has a photo of each different Michael Myers as well.
Right.
So it's a really cool way you can display the figures, and I really like them.
Yeah.
You know.
And you were saying that you like the boxes too because of the way the flap is magnetically
exactly
closes the box.
It's magnetic. You know, in the past I've had figures from Sideshow. They have like a Velcro or something like that. The Velcro falls off.
Never stays on.
Never stays on. Trick or Treat Studios, they went above and beyond with the boxes, in my opinion. They're not overly done, but they do have some nice features like that magnet catch.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to stay closed, and it's just excellent. Yeah. What I do like about the Halloween ones that they're producing is the masks are so different. A lot of people, I think, don't realize that, you know, there were different versions. The first one was basically based off a William Shatner mask.
Right.
That they painted white. And then in the sequel, they actually made it a little kind of fatter. So Halloween 2, the mask is a little more compressed.
Yeah.
Halloween 3, there's no Michael Myers.
Right.
Halloween 4, you have what you see in front of me with the blue jumpsuit. You have kind of like, it's almost a little less, it's a little featureless.
But do you think they do it too in terms of, because there's different actors portraying Michael Myers in each film, so you think they did it to tailor make it to like, so they'd have like, well, this is this version, this is this guy's version, and that, and so forth.
Yeah,
so,
I agree, probably.
Yeah. So he's got like the stonewash look. And, you know?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think they definitely want to try and differentiate them. I think a little bit.
Right.
And then part 5, he's got like longer hair, and the mask flares out at the bottom. And then once you get back to the 2018 kind of focuses back on the original Myers mask. Yeah. But it's just old now, so it's got a more weathered look. It's got some crumpliness to it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Halloween. I hope you guys are watching it soon.
Yeah.
Welcome to the custom toy segment of In the Toy Box, and today we're talking about Phantasm. One of my favorite films. I'm so excited to share these custom toys with you. In the forefront, we have some small figures made by Distinctive Dummies, and they are custom molded, custom painted, excellent detail in the face, excellent detail all around, and he included the main cast, or the whole cast of the first Phantasm film, which is the Tall Man, Reggie, Mike, Jody, and of course one of the Tall Man's minions.
Right. And this film was made in 1979, you said?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Right. It's like a horror sci-fi, and I just can't get enough of it. Also, below that, we have a model. I forget the make, but we'll find that out. It is a Plymouth Barracuda. That is the car throughout all the films. It's a really excellent looking car, and they have it all black. They have like a little custom pinstripe, and so I custom painted that, and I also made some custom fender flares for the rear tires out of clay. So the rear fender flares on that model, actually it's like a little wider, so that took a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Also, in this giant box in front of me, I didn't make the box or anything like that. I didn't make the figure, but we have a 12-inch Tall Man. Someone made the head sculpt out of that for that figure, and it looks just like the Tall Man. Looks like Angus Scrimm, and he has custom hair, custom paint. I made the little dimension forks, which are the 2 metal poles, and I made the background for it. And I made the spheres that are kind of popping out around his head. And it's just an excellent likeness of Angus Scrimm, who plays the Tall Man. I wish I knew who made it. Maybe I could find out. I've been asking online if anyone has any information, but they don't.
Yeah. And the display case has a marble-like floor and backing.
Yes.
To match in the movie where they mainly took place in a funeral home.
Exactly.
Which had a marble floor and marble walls and stuff like that.
The Morningside Cemetery.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. And then these 8-inch figures, I actually did make. I bought the bodies from, it's like a figures toy company. They have like a sister website where you can buy just bodies of the 8-inch figures.
Yeah.
So I bought the 8-inch figures, bodies, and then I was able to purchase some clothes. I also custom tailored some of the clothes. And the main thing I did was all the accessories, the head sculpts. So I sculpt them out of clay and I paint them. And also the box artwork I make all myself. And you get a finished product that looks just like this. This is actually from Phantasm Part 3. This is Rocky. She's a female hero that joins Reggie. She's got a lot of skills with nunchucks, and she's an excellent fighter. So needed to have Rocky because I just love Phantasm 3. Out of all of them, I think that one's super exciting.
Is that the middle one? Is there 5 or 6?
There's 5, yeah. So yeah, I guess that would be the middle child of the films.
Very good.
But yeah, a lot of work went into these little guys, and I'm hoping to make some more custom figures in the future for as many Phantasm, movies there are, really, So yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be able to see that he put a lot of work into these as far as the actual action figure itself, the head sculpt, the packaging. I mean, everything is very, very professional.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you do a lot of hard work for something you love so much, and I love Phantasm. Welcome to the world of Dark Lord Boglins. These rubber goblin-themed hand puppets were invented by Tim Clark in the 80s and distributed by Mattel. The Dark Lord line is now distributed by Tri-Action Toys. A stylish crate-like box reveals a Halloween-themed creature. This set includes Boggo Bones, Blobkin, and Crazy Clown. The highly decorated box reveals how the Boglins were discovered and the establishment of the science of bogology. The bottom of your box includes directions on how to release your boglin from its cage and make it come alive in your hands. First, slide open the cage-like door and remove your boglin. You will need to snap on its tail. Now place your hand inside and your boglin is practically alive. Using your fingers, you can make your boglin talk, control its brow movements, and even make it look side to side. Mastering these movements takes practice, but it's part of the fun. Did I mention these creatures even glow in the dark? When playtime is finished, simply put your boglin back in its crate to slumber for as long as you like. These Dark Lord Boglins are an extra creepy yet super cute creation that serves up laughs and scares alike. Hello in the Toy Box viewers, Ash Williams here, and welcome to Ash's Toy Talk. We're going to be talking about toys that revolve around me. Our first toy is the Mezco 112 Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2. This thing is small but extra beautiful. Cloth clothing, different head sculpts are included, tons of accessories, tons of flexibility, exactly what you want in a small, compact size. Next, we have from NECA Toys 2 different figures. One being this hard plastic 7-inch figure, and it is from me from the first Evil Dead. Beautiful. And the second one here, Evil Dead 2, Evil Ash. Horrible looking, gruesome. I love it. Moving on, we have this 12-inch Ashley Williams from Evil Dead 2 from Asmus Toys. This thing is absolutely beautiful. From head to toe. It's got cloth clothing. You got the chainsaw hand. Also, a tiny Necronomicon, which actually can even open up. That's incredible. This thing's got tons of detail. What a beautiful face, huh? Let's see what else we got. Would you believe this? An actual Homelite XL chainsaw replica that you can wear. This is custom made by me. And would you look at this thing? Amazing. Deadites stand no chance. Put your hand in there, start her up, groovy. Last but not least, Trick or Treat Studios released this replica of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from Evil Dead 2. Whoa. Bound in human flesh, inked in human blood. It's got all types of spells in it, you know? Khanda, Niktu, Khanda. This is supposed to be a replica. No.
For every monster, there is a monster masher. A hero that is ready to defend against evil. In Shaun of the Dead, a zombie apocalypse has taken over London. Best friends Sean and Ed band together, using sporting and gardening equipment to defend against an undead mob. In her self-titled movie, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, the hostess with the mostess wins over the hearts of a once hostile town by ridding it of an evil presence. The Thing's R.J. MacReady defends a remote Antarctic research station from a shape-shifting alien creature. In They Live, John Nada finds a special pair of sunglasses, revealing that aliens live among us and use subliminal messages to control our habits. Nada and Frank team up to destroy the ultimate source of these messages. In Jaws, Quint is hired to catch the great white shark, responsible for terrorizing swimmers on Amity Island. Aliens, zombies, sharks, you name it. None are a match for our team of monster mashers.
Thanks for watching the episode. And if you want to watch more, just go to youtube.com/toyshownow or on Instagram @toyshow.now. Now, if you'd excuse me. Here's Johnny.
In the toy box. Curse of the Monster Toys.